How's it going? How's it going? It is ITJ. Welcome to Monday. It is a random Monday. It is, and today, like it is any other day, we speak anything and everything around real estate. And if you've never been here before, my name is TJ Taurai Jack, and we do property. We speak about real estate here because that's all I do. And if I do something else, like I write books, then I'm going to be talking about, I'm writing about real estate. So it's all about real estate, what we talk about in here. But it is all in the hope that you get your financial awareness within the property space. It is a vehicle that I have decided alongside with my other partners where we are. And we do property every day, anytime. We are in 4 cities. If you don't know me, we are in 4 cities: Johannesburg, Pretoria, Cape Town, Durban. And we are buying properties and we buy them out for the purposes of rental. A lot of the times that's what we do. Seldomly we get something else that we are going to buy and we sell it off. Seldomly. I don't believe in selling off though. I believe in holding. Why do I believe that? Because that's what get me rich. Over a long period of time, properties do appreciate. So it's money coming through to me for free. Sometimes property depreciates as well, but you need to be holding it for a longer time. Now, today I want to speak to something that's a little bit dear to my heart. Today is we are halfway through the November mark, and a lot of people, I know that 2020 has been a nightmare for lots of people, and it has actually made people to actually start thinking about, what do you do as plan B? What do you do as plan B? And I want to speak to something that is fairly simple and very easily done, but we don't look at it that way. And this is that for the fact that we are in November, I want you to kind of like start thinking about this, because soon you're going to be seeing your siblings. Soon you're going to be seeing some of your family members. I'm hoping that you are going to be doing the decent thing and obviously protect yourself. And if you've got any comments as I go along, jump onto the comments there and add your comments in there. Where you watching us from, that's number 1. And then number 2, I'm going to jump into it. Okay. This topic here that I'm talking about is that I am potentially maybe a rare person because I am the only child between my family, between my mother and my father. I am the only child, right? But I also didn't grow up as the only child. I grew up in a foster family and I had brothers, mainly brothers actually. And I want to speak to that point about having siblings, right? Having siblings and investing alongside your siblings. I know it might be a scarier thing, but if done properly, it can give you so much value, right? I am going to talk to the fact that you can invest alongside your siblings. You can. It is very possible. So that's number 1. I want to say that you should consider investing with your siblings, right? Because you know each other already. And over and above knowing each other already, you know who's financially strong. And over and above that, you are doing it for your family, for your immediate family. So why would you want to invest alongside your siblings? Number 1, if you're in a family of 5, right? So for instance, I know a lot of people, I did a quick research and I saw that a lot of people, they're in like around about 3 to 5 siblings that they do have, right? And with that, if you had to contribute 1,000 rand each, 1,000, and that's not a lot of money, right? 1,000 rand each, and whatever amount that you want to do here, in short, your 1,000 rand can become 5,000 rand. If you guys decide to put it into a company, right, which means that within that company, you already are creating an income, and out of that, by the time you are actually going to borrow some money, that company will have a little bit of an income statement. And then simple things that you can now need to do is that amongst the 5 of you, 1 of you needs to be dedicated to learning about property. And that is the person that we're going to call the chief. It doesn't mean that that person needs to be the adult, the older person in the older sibling. It doesn't mean that it needs to be the person who is wiser amongst you, but look amongst yourselves, your siblings. If you're the older one, right, and then your youngest one is the one who's passionate about property, then enable him to go and learn. Let them come through M5 Property Varsity. That school is designed for that. So instead of all of you guys going to learn, but I do advocate that for all of you guys to learn, because all of a sudden, the sibling of yours is going to come in and start telling you, we can do it this way, we can do it this way. And then you're like, it can't be done. Because if you get one person or one sibling in the family who is sharp-rounded, then that is the working horse within the company. What is it going to do for your family? The first thing is that it's going to create an income, a passive income for your family. Number two, it's going to create a legacy for your family with your siblings, right? And number three, you might have parents. Everyone does have parents, okay? Right? Even though my one kind of like, abandoned me, but they're there, right? So you might have parents, and with the monies that you're going to be earning from these properties, you don't have to fork out money out of your pocket to be looking after your parents. So for instance, if you're giving your mom or your parents, I gravitate to mom because, I only have a mom now. But if you've got parents and you've got like your dad and your mom who's around, and if you're giving them like $2,000 or even $5,000 in today's life, and everything else is being taken care of, doesn't that ease the burden on your purse? Whether you're employed, whether you've got a business, it doesn't really matter. Or let's assume that that same 2,000 Rand, you're not giving it to them. You are dedicating that 2,000 Rand to their annual holiday. A holiday that you, as a family of 5 siblings, and you are pushing this to your parents, and once a year they go on a holiday. Where can they go? Right. How much is that? That's $2,000 times 12. That's 24,000 Rand. The last time I went to Durban for a holiday, my family of 4, we spent around about 10 grand, and we enjoyed a whole full week. The last time I went to Cape Town as a family, we spent around about 20 grand as a family of 4. The last time I went to Kruger National Park, and we spent 10 days, I spent around about 15,000 Rand for the whole week, right? Now, can you see what it can do now? And I'm not saying that your parents might just be wanting to be one of those people that are wanting to go out and things like that, but it is a present that you can give to your family, to your mother and father, right? The opportunities that are opened here are vast. However, I want to stress out something else. What I've just spoken about, it's easily done, but it's extremely hard because guess what? All of you love each other, and all of you are kind of like you guard against each other. And there's so many people, and we are not all blessed in the same way. So we might tend to have one sibling who's very well off than the other one. So, and that's why I said we need to start off from a point of who has a passion for property, and let's then give that guy the enabling roles, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that this is a family venture. If it's a family venture, it has to have a CEO. There has to be a leader. Who is leading this thing? Who's going to call the shots? Who is going to say what the final bucket, where does it stay, where does it park? That's all I'm saying here. Because all 5 of you can't do everything. Who's going to look after the purse, right? Who is going to be doing the actual work? Behind that, you actually need to have a contract on what you are going to do as siblings. It might be like very weird, but it is a reality. Because what's going to happen is that if you are not married, it's going to be like, this is for the family. That's great. We can do it. Once you start getting married, life becomes a little bit complicated because now you're no longer 5 of you. There is 10 of you. And where you didn't have kids, and now if all of you have one kid per each couple, all of a sudden there is other people that are now getting involved, right? So all of this, if you guys put it into a nice contract, it doesn't need to be complicated. It's an easy contract that you can put together who is contributing what and who is doing what. And if you're not contributing, then you do not reap the benefits. It's very simple. You contribute, In what form? Are you contributing in sweat? Are you contributing in money? So for instance, I've got a baby brother who's been struggling with a job and things like that. If I bring in my brother and he is working in the business, he is working, do I pay him a salary or do I make him an equity partner? So all of those things you can think about. Whoever who's got the brains behind it can think around that. Some of you might be thinking, hey, TJ, you know, my older brother is 25, I'm 22, and I'm 20. My other one, my younger brother is 20, and my baby one is still in varsity. Well, it's a good opportunity for you to actually start investing in your 20s, because by the time you hit 40, you will potentially have a property that is fully paid off, and someone else would have done that for you, which is the tenant. I'm hoping that this information has been helpful, but I also want to stress the fact that if you are not able then to invest as siblings, it's still okay to bring the money together. And guess where you can send it through? You can send it through to me as well. You can invest alongside of me with your minimum of 100,000. So each siblings contributed 10 grand, 10 grand. You only have 100 grand all of a sudden, and you are banking 14% on your money. You probably have that money sitting in the bank account right now. And I'm just saying that there is other ways you can make money out of your money. If you are going to be making, let's say, 4-7% at the bank, so the difference then maybe contributed to your parents, maybe contributed to another cause that will push the generation, your generation, the Nubes, the Villians, the Van Wyk, the whoever you are, the Prinsloo's, the Ndabas, the whatever surname that you guys have, it doesn't really matter. Hey, how about a family holiday for all of us? That is amazing, where nobody needs to contribute. I'm speaking about this from a funny perspective, but I know these are issues that we deal with every day. I think if I look at all my siblings, if I'm saying, hey, we got a holiday to Kruger and nobody needs to pay for it, then I think everyone else is willing to come through, isn't? But if you're saying, hey, we've got a holiday and we all need to contribute 1,000 rand, people start telling you, no, we're going to Cape Town, or no, we're going away. No. But all I'm saying is, within your family, you already know who is the leader. It's a natural thing. It comes up. And if you are that leader, then take the realm. Start investing in properties. But if property is not for you, it's okay too. I'm just planting a seed to you that you can do it in whatever that you want to do. Why do I choose property? Because property can stay into generations. It's something that you can all go and see. Property is somewhere where you can even move in if one of your siblings is having issues or troubles with life happens. Okay. I'm hoping that this has been of value to you. And someone else to say they're watching from Gabs. Hey, what's happening in Botswana? I haven't been to Botswana in a while, and good having you around. And someone says to me, very nice topic, hey. And that's what it's all about, trying to poke each other into the head, and so that we can move and progress our lives into a better space as a people. My name is TJ Taurai Jack, and if this has been of informative to you, you want to subscribe over and above subscribing, give me some comments, and start preparing, having the conversation. December is around the corner. So enjoy and consume and start sending them some of these videos so that when you start having the conversation, it's an easier conversation. The soil would have been cultivated. Cheers. God bless. Happy Monday. Goodbye.